Okay, hello YouTube and welcome to my first cooking video. Now, in the video I did say that I would be making chocolate cake, but unfortunately I didn't have the ingredients for that. So I'll just be following a simple recipe on how to make a sponge cake. Now I'm recording this just for you. Okay, the first thing you've got to do before you do anything is you've got to preheat your oven. For those of you there, that's 190 degrees Celsius or gas mark 5 in more simple terms. Now, first thing you've got to do, you've got to have 3 eggs, 100 grams of caster sugar, and 85 grams of self-raising flour. So, the first step is to preheat your oven to gas mark 5. I have already done that and it is preheating. Now, the next thing you need is a round tin, and you have to grease this out. You can either use non-grease paper, or you can just use butter and rub it around. I'm going to use butter and rub it around because it's easier. Okay, so I'm just going to go and get my tin, and then we'll start the greasing. Okay, now I'll just drop the bin. Alright, YouTube. Your tin that you use has to be roughly 20 to 23 centimeters wide. My one's this. I'm just going to get a bit of butter and start greasing it. So I'm going to the fridge, my fridge, which is behind the laptop so you can't see it, and getting a bit of butter. That's just my dad there with my handy helper. That's my dad, see, he's a teddy bear. My dad's a bear. Say hello, Teddy. Ah, he's shy. Okay, right. So what you want to do is you want to get a bit of kitchen roll. Okay, kitchen roll. Always a handy thing to have when you're cooking. You want to break a bit off, and you're going to fold it up, right? You're going to fold it up so it's nice and thick, like so. I recommend folding it into 4s, so it's like a thick square. And you're going to get it, and you're just going to rub a little bit of it into the butter, alright? Now, then you're going to get it, and you're going to just start rubbing it around in the tin, okay? Just keep rubbing it around, get it evenly spread. The purpose of this is to make sure that that the cake doesn't stick to the tin once it's finished cooking. This is a very simple recipe. It only takes 20 minutes to cook, 5 minutes on average for preparation. But as I'll be going step by step quite slowly, it will probably take longer than 5 minutes. But when you do it on your own and you know how to do it, then it will take 5 minutes. Okay, so just get it nice, evenly spread, okay? Just keep spreading it around, get it nice and even. Now, alright, once you've done that, just finish it off. Now once you've done that, you're going to put this aside, you're going to put the butter aside, put the thing aside, alright, and then, so, now back onto the recipe. The next thing is the medium bowl. So, in the medium bowl, you whip together the eggs and the caster sugar until it's all fluffy. And then after a while, just add in the flour. So I'm going to need what do you call it? One of these. Can't remember what it's called, so my handy assistant over here, what's it called, handy assistant? Yes, my handy assistant says this is a whisk. So you use this just to fluff stuff around. So, right, you need 3 eggs. So, I'm going to get a fork or a knife. I'm going to use a knife, I find it easier. And you're just going to make a crack in the egg. Then you're going to break it and make sure you get the yolk in. Yolk, a bit of a tongue twister there. just make sure you get the yolk in. No shells, okay, so I don't have any shells in there. And make sure that you don't crack it too hard so you do drop in some shells. You're just going to drop it in. Last egg. Right. I know it seems like a lot of eggs. My dad said that when he first heard the recipe. Ooh, that one got a bit crushed. And then you're going to add in the caster sugar. The caster sugar. Right, so for the caster sugar, I'm just going to get out a spoon, and you're going to keep spooning it into the scales. Okay? And you're going to keep spooning it in until you see that it's at 100 grams. Now 100 grams on here is roughly about there. So you can't see that, but I can. Okay. Just keep spooning that in. Need a bit more. Keep on spooning. A bit more. Just drop more. Yeah, perfect. Now in there I have approximately 100 grams of casting sugar. You don't have to be exact, just get as close to 100 grams as possible. Now I'm going to put that here, and I'm just going to whisk it around. Okay, when you whisk, you got to keep it nice and quick. Just keep whisking. Now I'm not the best person at whisking, so my handy assistant would be better at this, but you know, as it is my channel and my video, I'm just going to have to keep doing it. So now you've got to keep mixing this until it goes all fluffy. Now right now I've got a bit of a you know, sort of jelly thing here, so you've got to keep whisking it. Now it says in here on the recipe that you need to, that's quite fluffy, you need to fold it in flour. Now I'm not actually sure what that means, so I'm going to ask my handy assistant here, what does that mean? Alright, so my handy assistant has said that once it is fluffy, you get your spoon, which I used here, and you get the self-raising flour, put it in. Okay, so now you only need 85 grams. Now I'll spill a bit here. 85 grams. So I'm going to pick out roughly 85 grams out of this bag. This is, I'm trying to decide whether it's fluffy or not. I think it is. So yeah, if this recipe does not go to plan, damn. Alright, so I'm just going to add in roughly 85 grams. That good, Dad? Handy assistant, I mean. Alright. Now I've got roughly 85 grams in there. My handy assistant, once he's finished, is going to hand me back. Yeah. Alright. I'm going to need a bit more than that, my handy assistant has said. In that case then, I'm going to need more casting sugar. Okay, there. That's about it, isn't it? Yep, so I've got about, my handy assistant has said I've got about roughly 85 things in there. Yes, and this is good, this is fluffy. My handy assistant, very good at this. Now you're just going to get this. Alright, so you're going to tip it in. My handy assistant has helped me. And you're just going to keep turning it over inside it. Turning it. Okay, you're just going to keep turning it inside. Keep turning and turning. And then any stuff that sticks to the side, just get your spoon and then hold it at the edge and then just start pushing it in. And then you've got to keep turning and turning. Okay, Now, just keep turning. Now, because this is a proper video, I cannot start from the beginning, and you got to keep mixing it. Now, once you've turned it, it should turn into this sort of mixture here, like a thick porridgey sort of thing. Now it's a little bit lumpy, so what you're going to do is, to get the lumps out, you're going to keep turning it. You've got to do this quick. Might even want to use a whisk if you want, but I'm going to use a spoon. Alright, I might actually use a whisk. Alright, just keep turning until you get most of the lumps out. Okay. Keep turning, and now, after you finish turning and turning, you should have like this sort of mixture here. If you can see that, that is a nice smooth mixture. Okay, now this serves, apparently, according to the recipe, 4. So you can eat this over a couple of days, but I don't think this serves 4. Right, now, the tin that we greased earlier, what you're going to do is, you're going to tip this into there. Alright? All the stuff at the sides, you get it in. How on earth this serves 4, I have no idea, but, you know, I'm just following the recipe. Because, as I'm adding it in, it does not look like much at all. Right, so you just get all the stuff out of the sides, get it in there. Alright, now the preheated oven, which we started to preheat at the beginning, will be very hot now. You just gotta get all the stuff in, get it out, be aggressive, get the crap out, get it in, get it into your tin. Now, it is a very small mixture, but because I put self-raising flour in there, that should raise. Okay, so now I'm gonna come away from the mic, and move the webcam a bit, so you can see me putting it into the oven. Now, if I were you, I would use safety gloves. Heat-proof gloves, because the oven will be very, very hot now. So you're just going to grab your tin, open up your oven, and handy assistant, which shelf should I put it on?
What did it say?
Doesn't say.
Look. Need to move that top one down. Put it down. Move the top one down to the middle.
Okay, my handy assistant has told me that you put it onto the middle shelf. So
No, next one up. No, next one down. In there, that's it.
Yeah.
You have to lift it up and push it. Lift it.
My handy assistant's going to come in and help me now. Stuff, and if you make a mistake, the consequences could be dire. Okay, my handy assistant, which is my dad, is going to put it in. Alright, now what you're going to do is you're just going to pick it up, just stay calm, I know it's a hot oven. Just going to put it, so handy assistant on the top shelf.
No, the one you've just put in. Yeah.
And you just put it in there nicely. Alright, and you've got to leave that in there for 20 minutes. Now, I'm sure you don't want to watch me doing this, so thank you, YouTube. This was my cooking video.
We've got to show them the results.
Thank you very much, and once that is finished, I will show you the results later. Thank you, this was my cooking video. 20 minutes later, you will see the results.